The right burnout recovery strategy heavily depends on the stage you're in. In my last video, I explained the 12 different stages according to psychologist Freudenberger and how to identify your own stage. In this video, I'm going to talk about recovery strategies for the stages 1 to 3. If you don't know your stage yet, check out my last video, 12 stages of burnout. In stages 1 to 3, you're still functioning, you're still achieving, but your life starts to run on pressure. You're working harder, you're pushing your limits, and you start to treat your needs as secondary. These stages are very tricky, because you don't feel burnt out yet. You may feel driven, responsible, and proud of how many things you can handle. But this is where the destructive pattern begins, because you start tying your value to your performance. This belief can be very subtle. It could show up when you feel guilty for resting, when you say yes before checking your capacity, when you work more in order to not disappoint people, and when you ignore fatigue, hunger, or exhaustion because the task seems to be more important than your needs. Recovery at this stage is about correcting the direction before your body communicates your dysfunctional patterns more forcefully. As I had mentioned in my last video, recovery usually happens on 3 levels: the physical level, the psychological level, and the behavioral structural level. Welcome to my channel. I'm a health psychologist, and on this channel I share practical, immediately implementable, science-based tips to improve your health, achieve your goals, and become the best version of yourself. Let's start with the first level, the physical level. At this level, your body usually needs rhythm. It needs predictable signals of safety and care. So the first step is to choose 3 non-negotiable anchors. The first anchor is the sleep anchor. Choose a realistic bedtime and wake-up time. So it could be, for example, winding down at 10:15, being in bed 10:45, or not checking messages or mails after 9. The exact time matters less. It's more important that it is repetitive, because your nervous system needs patterns. When every night is different, your body needs to keep adjusting. There's a very easy and practical rule. Don't let work be the last input your brain receives before sleeping. So, no checking emails while brushing your teeth, no problem solving under the duvet, or no reviewing of tomorrow's tasks in bed. Create a clear ending. Simple things like closing your laptop, writing down your top 3 priorities for the next day. Turn off work notifications and say out loud, "I'm finished with work for today." This may feel unnecessary, but it helps your brain to shift state. The second anchor is the meal anchor. A lot of people in these stages run on coffee, delayed meals, or snacks all day long. This keeps the stress system activated. So choose 1 meal a day that you protect, preferably lunch, even if it's short and simple. The rule is eating without being distracted. So not working while you're eating. Your body needs to learn that not every minute needs to be productive. If you struggle with this, start with only 10 minutes. Eat for 10 minutes without a screen in front of you. The third anchor is the movement anchor. And in these stages, movement should not become another performance project. So the first goal is to reconnect with your body. Use movement to regulate your system. Good options are a 10-minute walk after work, or stretching your neck and shoulders between meetings, gentle mobility in the morning, or taking the stairs without rushing. These movements matter because they interrupt stress before it becomes a pattern. But in stages 1 to 3, you are not limited to gentle movements. If you're physically healthy, moderate workout is appropriate and can be very useful. This could mean light jogging, yoga, Pilates, or even strength training, going to the gym twice a week. And pay attention to your intention. Your intention should not be to feel productive and feel forced to do it, but to reward yourself in order to calm your system down and energize yourself and connect with your body again. Now let's continue with the second level of recovery, which is the psychological level. Let's look at the thoughts and beliefs that keep this phase going. The most common drivers are perfectionism, the fear to disappoint others, approval seeking, over-responsibility, and the difficulty to rest without guilt. You don't need to analyze your entire childhood, but you need to be honest about what is pushing you. So the exercise number 1 is here to ask yourself, what am I trying to prove here? Use it when you catch yourself over-explaining, over-committing, or feeling guilty to say no. Possible answers could be, I'm trying to prove I'm competent. I'm trying to prove I deserve this role. I'm trying to prove I can handle everything. I'm trying to prove I'm not lazy. The answer gives you information, and you can still do good work, but you should not be busy your whole day proving yourself. Exercise number 2 is to redefine a successful day. In this phase, people usually define a successful day according to their output. Try defining success in 3 categories. For example, what did I complete today? How did I take care of my body today? How did I respect a limit today? And the answers could be, I finished a report today, I ate lunch away from my desk today, and I finished work at 6:30 today, although there was more to do. And this last answer matters a lot, because a limit that is respected means that you are applying a recovery behavior. Exercise number 3 is practicing to tolerate good enough. Choose one low-risk task every day where you don't over-polish your work. For example, an email, a presentation, or a piece of admin. Do it clearly, competently, and then stop. And then notice the discomfort and accept that it's fine. Let's continue with the third level of recovery, behavioral and structural recovery. Burnout does not improve through insight alone. You need to change your external structures as well. Step number 1, install a stop rule. A stop rule informs you about the end of the day. This could be finishing work at 6:30, or not starting a new task after 5:45, not answering any work messages after dinner, and using Sundays as a rest day. Without a stop rule, your work expands continuously and consumes all space that is available in your life. At first, your brain may argue, but I'm almost done, or but that's important, or but if I do this now, things will be easier tomorrow. And sometimes this may be true, but often it's your pattern speaking. Step number 2, use the pause before you say yes rule. When someone asks you for something, don't immediately say yes, unless it's really urgent. Instead, say things like, well, let me check and I'll get back to you. This protects you from reflexive overcommitment. Step 3 is delegate one task badly. This sounds strange, but it is important. If you only delegate when someone does the work exactly like you do, you will rarely delegate any task. Maybe they take longer. Maybe the result is not exactly like yours would have been. And maybe you feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is part of the recovery process. You're learning that control is expensive. Step number 4, Schedule recovery before exhaustion. Put recovery into your week before you think you need it. Examples could be a quiet evening on a Monday, a lunch with a friend on a Wednesday, no work after 6 p.m. on a Friday, slow mornings on a Saturday, and rest on Sundays. Don't leave recovery to chance, because under pressure, it will always lose. So plan it in. Stages 1 to 3 are the best time to intervene, because you still have energy, perspective, and flexibility in this phase. The goal here is to stop self-neglect. Thanks for watching. In my next video, I'm going to explain the recovery strategy for the stages 4 to 6, where stress is harder to admit for people, and they usually say things like, "I'm fine," although the signs are pretty clear.